For the common good of mankind. Amen.
我が国国会議員有志で構成する硫黄島問題講和会を代表して追悼の
As I stand here, March of 2015, the island is...
Graham, 3rd Marine Division, H&S Company, 3rd Marine Division. We didn't come in until the 5th day, and we were out on the ship when they raised the flag on Mount Suribachi. And when we came in, we just crossed the islands. Just didn't want to get shot, blown up or what. We went between our artillery and the Japanese, trying to get them, so we just crossed in front of them, and it wasn't too bad for us. We were slow. They'd already moved up pretty good ways. So
we hit the beach, and at that time, the beach, the sand was way. They had a big storm, and it was higher. The sand, he had a hell of a time climbing up the damn thing, you know. Especially with all the weight of the BAR and all the ammo you're carrying. So we had a tough time getting over the top. So during the day, out of our company, I guess about 40 of us were on about in the afternoon there in a circle. Nobody's on our left or anywhere. We're just in our own unit in a circle. So we set up a perimeter defense, circle defense for the first night. And then next day, they got organized and they set up all our lines and got us organized.
What is kind of the significance of having the Americans and the Japanese here present here?
That's a very good question. It can't be answered in 3 minutes. The significance is that we are former enemies and now we're friends. And the transition from being enemies to being friends has taken time for some. But the widow of Lieutenant General Kurobayashi, who commanded the forces here when we landed, expressed it very succinctly for us in 1995, and she said, former enemies, now friends. And together, we must not let this type of warfare happen again. Well, we haven't done very good about that. But the fact of life is, over these 70 years now, the U.S.-Japan relationship is the strongest bilateral relationship among free nations in the world today, bar none. And we are important to each other now. We're significant to the future for both of us. We're going to have to work together to help eradicate, if ever, international terrorism. So the relationship is built by events like this. When we, former enemies, now get together, we shake hands, have a hug, and know that together we're going to face the future and we're going to need to help each other, and the promise is we will. Well, it honors them because we stand at a peace monument dedicated to them and renew our faith in them. We tell them that we love them. We honor them for what they did. We tell them we admire their courage. We tell them we still miss them because we do. So there's not much else that human beings can do for those who departed except to continue to remember their sacrifices, continue to know what they did that caused them to be here, to sacrifice their life. So we do as much as humans can do, I think, to make it very clear to those around the world that our relationship is joined together at the hip, because we honor those on both sides who lost their lives. And second, because we know that as former enemies, we are now friends. And that's an important relationship as we face the future together and have to do something about third world threats through international terrorism.
Anything else you'd like to add, sir?
I'm sorry.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I want you young Marines to understand one thing. I'm very often asked the question, what was your most effective weapon on Iwo Jima? Was it the flamethrower, the Zippo tank, the rocket batteries? The answer is none of the above. My most effective weapon on Iwo Jima as a company commander was that 18-year-old, average age 18, who had been trained the Marine Corps way in boot camp. He had been rebuilt into a Marine. He had learned the value of depending on his fellow Marines for teamwork to get the job done. He was loyal to his nation, filled with patriotism, dedicated to mission accomplishment, and had no thoughts in his mind that we would ever do anything except accomplish our mission.